I want to show you how far I went. Overnight parts from Japan. You haven't seen nothing yet. I'm still cooking.
This setup just looks so sick.
People talk more shit, that fuels me, and I'm just gonna end up going harder.
What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, Jordan tore down the white hatchback completely bare. The red car actually went out to paint already. Jordan's car is gonna go up next after that. When he decides what color he's gonna paint it, I'll drop that clip right now for you guys. While we're waiting for paint, the boys are gonna work on the yellow hatch. We plan on finishing this car pretty soon. It's just waiting on parts and more parts and what to do.
All the cars are out of the door, off the paint now. We didn't move forward on the car without you guys. I'm gonna show you guys where we left off at and then what we're gonna do today, so.
Did you make a decision on brakes yet?
Yes, this is the second time this happened.
Yeah, Jared, before I show it, what's really the final decision here?
Once you show them, they'll know.
What is that? We don't know what that is.
The endless rotors are obviously off, so what does that mean?
You going with the spoon?
Yes.
You know it's crazy because yesterday you told me you were going with the endless. Today you said you're going with spoon because me and you had this conversation and this is not scripted.
I went to sleep last night. You ruined this kind of a little bit because you said this is a spoon build. So now people
Who ruined this?
If you wouldn't call it a spoon build, it would have been a freestyle.
I could change the title on every single video. Whatever you want to do, I'm with it.
It's too late. You called it the spoon EG, so it's only right. I gotta go with the spoon stuff on here. I want to show you how far I went with this car.
Somehow, somewhere, I still feel like the endless stuff is going back on.
Yo, where's my brake hoses at?
Jordan already put them on. You're a little too late.
You start the video off. Anyways, look, overnight parts from Japan. Spoonsports, baby. Went down to the spoon brake lines, right? But we didn't stop there yet.
Imagine J-Rock taking all this stuff back off.
He is. Let me tell you what he's taking off. What do you think is in this box?
I don't even know. Brake pads?
So you see the front spindles are on, right?
I didn't catch it.
And people were talking shit about something earlier in the video.
I didn't even read the comments yet.
Oh.
I swear me and him had this conversation.
I ain't taking shit off.
Yo, use red Loctite.
We don't got no. And there's a spoon thing.
Alright, so what do you think is in this box?
Brake pads. I think it's spoon brake pads.
You're right. I got some brake pads right here.
Yeah, I think spoon brake pads is one. What else?
Show you guys. Spoon, baby, brand new. Anyway, everybody was talking shit.
What is that?
Why I put moved ball joints?
Someone was talking shit about that?
Yeah.
I run moved ball joints on my race car.
And found spoon ball joints. Check this out, baby.
That's just too OCD. Whoever was talking shit in the comments, please don't egg his ass on. Because now you guys, whoever's talking shit, now made more work for J-Rock.
What ends up happening is people talk more shit, that fuels me, and I'm just gonna end up going harder. Let me show you guys another thing.
While he's doing lowering the car down, I need you guys' opinion on this real quick. We wanted to do gray TEs on this blue FL5. My brothers want us to do black. I think gray gives it a decent look. Jordan and Ahmed don't really like the look. What do you got over here?
This is a Gen 2 steering wheel.
Who signed that thing?
That's signed by the GM of Spoon. You know, like I'm the boss and you're the GM, so I didn't sign it yet. So the GM signed it.
Anybody should be signing that. It should be me.
I agree. At this point, you might as well just get a spoon cluster, spoon everything, spoon seats.
Wait,
I'm
still cooking.
You're still cooking.
I'm not. You haven't seen nothing yet.
You ain't never done.
You want to see it? Oh, I didn't show you guys another thing. Brand new Integra Type R rear calipers.
Honestly, I'm so pissed about that because when I was looking for those, I couldn't find them.
Brand new. Brand
Those of you guys who don't know, those rear calipers are discontinued. I needed those for my 5-lug on my car and I couldn't get them.
Brand new, baby.
He got both
And you
sides.
know
He
what
found
we
left
did?
and right. I don't know how the hell you did that.
We cleared these so that way it'll have this sheen forever.
The amount of times he's gonna wash it, we thought ahead because you know it might get corroded. So we were like, let's just clear it.
Let me ask your honest opinion. Do you think the brakes are coming back off?
I don't even want to jinx it.
Me and him had a conversation that he was gonna put the endless on the car. He was like, oh, I don't care spoon build or not spoon build. I'm gonna put what I want on the car. So he was like, all right, cool. We do spoon brakes on everything. I'm gonna go with endless. Somehow, someway, someone in the comments is gonna talk shit, spoon this, spoon that, and then
Also, the front hub's got to come back off because I got brand new dust shields.
bro, you gotta be joking.
Brand new.
Why didn't you like think of this before we put the spindles
Because I
together?
don't think the endless stuff, don't be mistaken me, I don't think it did fit. I think it does fit, but I don't remember why I didn't put these on beforehand. But
Did the
anyways,
rotors not clear or
you
something?
know what it was? I couldn't find them, and then I found them. So I got 4.
Where'd you find the calipers?
Can't tell you. And I found these 2. I'm not gonna tell anybody.
I actually still need a set of calipers. Let me just get one set for my car. So slowly but surely this car is coming together. We're gonna do brake lines. We have to measure everything out, kind of tuck the brake lines. We're gonna put the portion valve behind the dash. Honestly, this car just sat here on a lift for like a week and a half trying to decide what brakes he's gonna use. That's what's been holding us up because we couldn't run the brake lines without him finding out which ones he's gonna use.
Shout out to Rob. He's been dealing with my shit too.
Rob at
Ask
V Raceworks?
Rob how many times he returned these rotors from me and I bought them back.
If you guys need any parts, hit up Rob V Raceworks. He comes through clutch on a bunch of rare stuff for us. Shout out to him. So the back calipers are pretty much buttoned up. It's tough to get the camera back here, but we got zinc pins and then clips here for the new eBay cables. I'll just show you guys from this angle.
Put the car up, maybe?
It's tough. I can't fit my camera in between this. Maybe if the back bumper was off, I'd be able to show you guys. But you guys know every nut and bolt has been touched on this. It just looks so good. I'm so happy we even found the real Type R calipers in the bag because the GSR ones are like half the size of this. I'm gonna run brake lines here pretty soon. The back's pretty much, it looks pretty good. It'll obviously look better once they start driving on it. I kind of like it. One thing that's pretty dope about the spoon lines is that it actually came with the bracket so you can bolt it up to the front spindle here. You got the 210s. It's actually really, really nice. And it has one right here you can bolt up. Super, super clean look, honestly. Definitely recommend them to whoever's building a car. So you can see that right there. Bolts up here and bolts up right there. Very, very nice. And then back to the factory location. One thing to let you guys know, these lines were $500.
Yeah, they come with the spoon tax.
Plus tax and shipping.
Yeah, spoon tax and shipping. 500 bucks for brake lines. I don't know, drop in the comments, was it worth it? I mean, it's worth it for this build. Would you do it on your build for 500 bucks or you going to AutoZone? Let me know. Where you going, bro?
I'm going to AutoZone.
AutoZone?
They're last for the way.
$500 is a little excessive, but it is what it is. You're paying for the tag, not for the line. Man, I am so happy my brother came to a final decision on these freaking brakes. Literally held the entire build up just to make his mind up on this. So tomorrow we are gonna measure out brake lines and then we forgot to change the studs in the front. So we're gonna put the ARP studs on because the car steps hubs are a little bit bigger than factory. So we're gonna do that tomorrow. Measure brake lines, put some bulkheads in the chassis, run that. We're gonna run the proportion valve behind the dash. Hopefully turn this thing into a roller. And I got something special lined up for you guys. I'll show you guys tomorrow. But let me know what you guys think of the build so far. And did my brother make the right decision with the spoon brakes? What up guys, I finally got the S2000 back from Detail Masters. Before it leaves, I want to show it to you guys. He took off the full front PPF, redid the headlights over, full paint correction on this car. It looks so good. The most question that I've seen in the comments is what's the wheel specs. They're 17x9 plus 44 all the way around. And yes, the rear quarters are rolled because you won't be able to get that aggressive of a fitment. But shout out to Detail Masters, absolutely killed this. The car looks so good. I don't even want to drive it. There it goes. Shout out to him. If you guys are local in the area, make sure to go check him out. Something like that, like I said, it costs like anywhere from 2 to 4 grand, depending on how bad your car is, but make sure to hit him up. Like I told you guys yesterday, I got something special for you. I'm pretty sure you guys seen it already in the thumbnail. Before I show it to you guys, I'm gonna drop a quick montage.
Before we show you guys the engine bay, I think this is what's gonna make the build. Sets it apart from a lot of other cars that we've done and what's kind of out there. But check this out.
We got Hayward ITBs with titanium horns. Those of you guys that are watching, we went with this setup because you can close the hood and it looks stock like the outside of the car with the ITBs already on. That's what we wanted to do. There's not gonna be a hole cut in the hood, which I'm super happy about. This setup just looks so sick. What do you guys think? Drop in the comments. How do you guys feel about the setup? And one thing you guys obviously don't see on the motor now is my brother took the engine harness back off the car.
I took the engine harness off. I'm gonna order one from Rywire. They sell them kind of custom. You can get them kind of 2 ways.
Tell them the real reason why you want to change the harness.
Because I didn't like the way it looked. And
he wants to put a mil spec. He wants to put a mil spec right there on the firewall. I thought running underneath it was clean, but he wants to put a mil spec there to clean up the wires and just a bit quick disconnect.
It's just from the front of the car, you can see the wire harness kind of continue down behind the subframe, and it kind of looks like we kind of cheaped out. Like everything else is so nice, and it's like, all right, you kind of like didn't go all out on that. So that's the only reason why I took it back apart.
I thought it looked good because it was running alongside basically with the shift cable.
This car is too nice for that, so I'm gonna end up going with the mil spec. My buddy Matt over at Speed Factory making me another radiator, a tucked radiator for the XRP fittings. Unfortunately, he said the fittings are kind of on back order, so I'm gonna hit up another friend to see if he has the fittings for me, and I'm gonna hit up Track Tough to make me a custom upper coolant neck, and then we're gonna finish the fuel lines up next week. We got the brake lines here.
Shout out to Mike at MPH Fabrication. These are custom stainless brake lines. We got our own custom measurements, as you guys can see. We did our own measurements here before we gave them the lines. If you guys are not local and you guys need brake lines done, Finishing Lines also does an amazing job. But if you're local, Mike at MPH Fabrications does a great job with brake lines.
So for our cars, mainly in the wheel wells, they're all the same. So we like to run them right here in the wheel well. So this goes inside the car.
And we got bulkheads on order.
So these are bulkheads right here. And then, so this is a line right here. So it's gonna go from here and it's gonna connect right there.
It's gonna go from there
to there. It's gonna be a line from here with a straight to a 90.
And there's supposed to be a black nut on there. And I wanna show you guys this. We put brand new studs on here after so much time. We're taking these things back and forth. I think this is the final setup. Brand new wheel stud extended, spoon brakes, spoon calipers.
With the OEM heat shield in the back.
Those of you guys that are doing this setup, you have to custom it. You have to like notch the shield a little bit to make it work with the spoon brakes. Cut the bottom of it to make it work, but it works out. You're gonna tell them what you told me earlier? Don't try to skip over the spoon brakes because
I really don't want to.
We were talking about this in the office just now. He's talking about, I don't know how I feel about the spoon brakes. I think they look good. I think they fit the theme.
It kind of fits the theme. The ITBs kind of make it more towards a race car. So that's why I was kind of thinking of possibly maybe going back to the endless brakes.
You don't remember anything you said in the last video?
And I also want to run the Mugen wheels. I think about full spoon car, and I want to run the Mugen wheels. Those are the wheels that's definitely going to be going on the car. And with everything spoon, it's kind of like, you know, you have all Nike on and you're wearing Adidas shoes, you know? It's like kind of like that, or maybe the other way around. You're not really supposed to do that.
I don't know. I feel like you get an exception for the wheels on any build because people switch sneakers all the time.
I can see now people be like, oh, it's not spoon. It's not spoon. You got to stay with the theme and blah, blah, blah. But
you know what I'm going to say to those people? It's your car at the end of the day. It's not your build. It's his build.
I got to figure that out before we bleed the brakes. Besides that, kind of happy with the way the car is turning out. You show them the back already?
Yeah, the back's pretty much all set.
Pretty much all buttoned up. Waiting for this cover. It's getting ice blast. I'm going to put that back on.
So those of you guys that don't know, there's a cover that goes over the fill neck on the inside of the wheel well. So we're going to put that back on. And then we have those caps too that cover the wheel bearing nuts. We got those coming from Honda. So you can still order those.
Pretty much every nut and bolt that came off this car is going back on. There's no cut corners. Every body plug is going back on. We
even have the rubbers that go around the quarter panel.
Yeah, but even the cover for the caliper that goes back here with the 210s, even that's
Yeah, even
on,
that's back on. We got some exciting news for you guys. Well, for us, we're putting AC in the shop this upcoming week. I don't know how the uploads are gonna go until after the contractors are done out of here. And those of you guys that are going to Pan America, we are going racing in the all motor M1 class at Pan Am. First, they didn't have an M1 class, but now they do. Catch us at Pan Am's, I think it's July 11th through the 14th. And then we are going to Honda Day and World Cup. I don't know about anything else about event schedules yet, but
that's pretty much it. So comment below, let me know what you guys think about the caliper setup. Do you guys like it, or do you guys think should go back to the endless setup?
I want to know how everyone feels about the
ITBs.
ITBs. I think it's a good setup.
And if I've seen somebody say something about the valve cover. This is an original Spoon valve cover. Spoon only makes yellow valve covers. There's no blue valve cover. I understand that to some it might be too much yellow, but this is the theme of the car. I'm gonna kind of stick with that valve cover. For the most part, I think it looks pretty good.
Before I let you guys go, anybody that knows where I can get a 2-piece rotor that fits Spoon brakes, let me know in the comments. That's something we've been looking for, but I can't seem to find. I know a lot of companies make 2-piece rotors for their brake kits, but if you know anyone that makes a 2-piece rotor that'll fit the Spoon calipers and a 5-lug is 5x114, let me know in the comments. I appreciate you guys watching. Please subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.